Hello and welcome to another day in the city of Roly's Bank. This is Roly P. Thanks for joining. So we left off the sort of last day's efforts in the city, partially waiting for money to pay off a major loan that we had. That has been accomplished. So we have paid off the loan is gone, and to be fair, I just let the, let's turn this off in my ears. And to be fair, I let the city run for a little while to pay off the loan, and then I let it run a little bit longer so I could get myself a recycling depot, which is great because it is getting rid of the garbage from the geothermal plant, which is now pumping out the power. And even with all that expenditure, the money is veritably rolling in, which is great. We will have to fix this sort of like tragedy of the game rules, which is like the landfill. It was a bit cheeky and brought it outside of its boundaries. So that will be fixed. I think what we'll do is just let it go down naturally. I'll speed the game up at some point in time, and I believe with the recycling plant that's there, it processes trash at like 1,500 tons a month instead of this 100. This number will go down, and then when it goes down, I can always just make it smaller, and I think everything will be okie day. So first things first, there are some issues in the city, 100%. I think the first issue that I noticed, traffic is a big issue. Being the biggest issue, especially with these 4 buildings, which don't look as big as they are. I wish I had a way to edit this building to make it have like, I don't know, 150 pop instead of like 263, and it goes up to 300 sometimes. And then you get these things where like people will move in and people will move out. So there's a constant stream of traffic in, and then people running away from these 4 buildings. So it was a mistake to use them in a way with this close together. But you know, we learn from our mistakes and we do other stuff. Or the other stuff rather than just deleting it and trying to do something else. The other thing too is we have some services on this side of the map. So obviously we have our medical, which is doing okay. We have our police, which is doing okay. We're getting kind of in the yellow here, and then crematorium is just like tickety. I was gonna say tickety boo. I don't know why. It's ticking along nicely. But a lot of these vehicles are cruising everywhere else. So like this has 6. I guess there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5. Oh, there are 6. There's one right there. There's one over there. So I mean, like they're around, but I mean it should be focused on this side of the river. So what I'm gonna do now, real quick, is just go through and make some districts, so I can classify the districts on this side of the city and add fire on this side. And then I'll do the same on the other side, which is going to require an upgrade of the police station and the medical facilities. And the fire station is fine because there really aren't that many fires in the city. So I'm going to go do that, and I will see you in a minute. Okie dokie. So we've gone through, I've gone through and I have created the districts. Actually, it might be easier to see them this way. There you go. So we have one here, one here, one here. There's 3 on this side with more expected, like in this area here. So we're gonna leave it with kind of a smaller population. Whereas the one on this side, or the emergency services on this side rather, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's more to do, but I think it'll be okay. I added the additional building for both of them. So I'm using the southwest building because I think it looks cool. They both look cool. So here's the southwest building. It's got the attachment. Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, I don't really care for the names of these things quite yet, but I think that is not quite an important consideration as others. So there's some death care still going. We still have some ambulances that need to go out. It's particularly bad over here, and I have a feeling it's because I have a feeling like some are trapped on this. So let me see what health is like. I am a liar times 1,000. 2 hearses are stuck. But otherwise, there aren't any other issues. Maybe I should look before I open my mouth. I did have to dip into the loans again. I mean, it's not like a lot, and I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much because I'm still making a certain amount of cash. The area here is still being a pain in my ass in relation to the traffic at these buildings. Sorry, I don't know what that was. It looks like it's upgraded, which I don't really care for how it looks. Kind of like puts itself out of place a little bit. It's like something your gran would live in, like an older person's apartment. I should have locked them, but I'll leave it the way it is. It has 200 homes. These have 175. So I mean, if anything, they're gonna make things worse. But if I just go and delete it and put another one in, I'm not really helping any situation here. High resource costs. This has come up a couple of times with electronics. So, which is baffling to me because I'll look at the material goods and we're making everything except like petrochemical things. Yeah, so there's grain. We have grain, but we don't have any oil. Concrete's okay. So we can keep going with concrete, and then we have vegetables like beverages. I mean, it's fine. So oil is really the only one that is really missing. So what I really want to do is I want to leave some space here because I don't know exactly where things are going to go exactly with the city. What I would love to do is, let me see how many tiles this is. Oh, crapola. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I felt like buying the whole river. Let me see, what does that cost? Ouchie McGouchie. Actually, it's really not that much. Okay, that's less than I thought. But I mean, I don't have enough money to do it. I have one idea. So we have our road up here by the ocean, and I believe there's oil over here. Wow, how did you know? It's my map. I put it there. So I'm thinking I can buy a tile over here. I don't have to buy a crazy tile, even like just this one, and create 2 oil zones on this side and kind of fill that gap with, that petrochemical gap that we have in the city. Oh yeah. Water, power. I'm right beside the... I'm curious if I go like thusly, and I also... Wait, which one's cheaper? They're both 3,000 a month. Yeah, why not? I'll start. This is buying power again, but I'm so far away from my city that I can't really supply it. Okay, is what it is. So let's get some huile, which is oil in French. And let's do... I'm not making a stupid circle. No, thank you. I absolutely hate the stupid circles, and I refuse to make a circle. I've never been to an industrial park where a business is like, oh, I have to be a circle. I don't know who came up with that idea. Maybe it was a game limitation and I just shouldn't be so judgmental. Okay, well, this one sort of has to be something, but again, I'm not making it a circle, so it's sort of cheating, but I don't really care. I wonder if that's going to be enough. Okay, let's see. Maybe we don't have any employees. Because we are 800 kilometers away from our city. Okay. I think that will help potentially with some of the issues. Okay, we got some employees. So let's see our production. We are doing 1 ton a month. I'm happy with that. So we really are missing mining, but I wonder if this, yeah, see this, they both work. I don't really need this one quite yet. And fish doesn't exist in the game as far as I know. You guys can correct me if that's the case. Oh, but people still want it. I don't get it. It's the same thing. Look, mining. I'm looking at the thing on the left-hand side. Okay, well, let's worry about that another time. Okay. Nice. And who's waiting for an ambulance? You? You got injured. How'd you get injured? And you're unemployed. Just walk into the middle of the road and see what happens. Okay. Let's not be grim. Yeah, high resource costs. Consider reducing taxes, improving traffic routes, or increasing local resource production. Okay, so local resource production, I've sorted that part. At least with oil, maybe not with mining. Traffic is a catastrophe because it's a catastrophe. I mean, the other option here is I make a bridge. We make something with the assumption it's temporary. So if we did that, we don't need to buy anything. I'm not really sure. We'll just use this as a test and pretend in real life we didn't actually build a bridge. And just sort of see how the traffic works. Is that blocking the river? No, it's not. Because this is just traffic all day long. Okay, I'm gonna go like this, and I'm going to watch this for a minute, put it on super speed. All right, I've been dicking around with this thing for quite some time now. What it looks like to me is these lanes aren't necessary. This bridge is a good idea. I will probably just downgrade these things back to the original status and create a bridge that is not this crazy. I'm thinking maybe like the 4-lane bridge, probably a 4-lane road. A 4-lane doesn't exist. You know, I say that. I mean, a 4-lane does exist, but it's a highway. We could use this. So let's just see for an example, if we just do this really quirkily. It works. I wasn't really thinking a 4-lane would be the appropriate choice here. I'd much rather have a smaller bridge, which is what I'm gonna do. So I think the traffic here is sorted. All of the issues we had in the past with service coverage is all gone. They are all good except on this side of the map, because there were some lingering traffic issues here, and our I think we need to rethink this parish. What is this thing? +3 hot vacation spot? Like, what is this? This makes me think of like being on a sandy beach with a beer. No one wants to go here. What does this mean? Yeah, so I mean, I could spend more money and I could process more capacity. I'm thinking that a crematorium in conjunction would work. I have all of these things. These are all electronics. I looked at all of them. They're all electronics. I don't really know the issue with electronics. I think I'll have to like figure that out. If anybody ever watches this and they see that and they know what the answer is, I mean, please let me know, because it's everywhere. The only thing I can think of, I guess, like, what makes electronics? So let's see. Consumers, service. So does that mean that these are all businesses and they're not industry? No, this is yeah, it's business. So these are businesses that are trying to sell them, and the company's trouble processing or procuring resources and staying profitable. I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around that one right now. I need a break. Well, everybody, thank you for joining. I know this was more of a an update episode, more than like an actual build. The last couple videos that I created were janky, to say the least. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a comment, a thumbs up, or subscribe if you care. If not, it's aight. Anyway, we will see you soon on another episode of Roly's Bank. This is Roly P signing out. Thanks. Bye.